Feature toggles are a great tool to manage various parts of your code that you might want to turn on and off for various reasons. For example, you may have a new feature that you want to be able to turn on in certain environments and off in others. Or you may have a feature that you want to roll out only to a subset of users before it's fully fleshed out, and then eventually roll it out to all your users. There's a lot of use cases for feature flags. Well, managing feature flags is easy in .NET, whether it's .NET Framework, .NET Core, ASP.NET Core. It's really easy with a simple NuGet library to just put those feature flags in to your code and turn things on and off. Now, what makes it even easier is that you can manage those flags in Azure. So within Azure, there's a service called App Configuration. And then within App Configuration, there's a section called Feature Management. And right there in the Azure portal, you can turn all the flags on or off or whatever you need. So let's take a look at how you can do this in your applications. Getting started with feature management is really pretty easy. I'm using Visual Studio, but you can do this with Visual Studio Code as well. If you're adding feature management to a regular .NET application, you can use Microsoft.FeatureManagement NuGet package. In my case, I'm using the Microsoft.FeatureManagement.ASP.NET Core NuGet package, which adds some extra benefits for using ASP.NET Core. Once the package is installed, go to Configure Services in your Startup class and add services.add feature management. Of course, you'll need the using statement using Microsoft.FeatureManagement. In this example, I'll simply use the feature toggle within my home controller. Nothing fancy, but it shows the feature. So I, of course, inject in my iFeature Manager snapshot, and I inject that into my constructor, and then I have access to it later. So here I am down in my index action, and what I'm setting up here is I've got a welcome message on my page, and it says old message. Now we're working on a new feature called new display message. And so if that's enabled, I want to display this is the new message. Not too complicated, but it gets the point across. So to do it, all I do is use that feature manager and then say is enabled async with the name of the feature that I want to check. It's asynchronous, so of course I have to await it. Now the whole point is to be able to toggle these features on and off. I've got a feature that I'm creating called new display message. The easiest way, but not the most effective way to do that, and we'll show this first, is to go to your app settings.json file and add in a feature management section. With it, you can have a collection of key value pairs there, and I've got new display message, that's the name of my feature, and I'm marking it as false. And if I run this, we'll see the old feature message. Of course, you can see right here, it says old message. I'll change this to true, and when I run it again, we'll see the new message. There it is, simple as that. Here's the new message, and it works as expected. To really make the most of feature toggles, I want to be able to control my toggles from a central place. In this case, I can do it right from the Azure portal. It's really easy. Go up into the portal and look for app configuration, and we can see that here. I go in and add a new app configuration. Simply fill in the resource name, the subscription you want to use, and the resource group. Of course, choose a location you want to do, and you can choose from the free or standard tier. You can see I've already got an instance of the app configuration service here. Let's take a look. So the section we're most interested in now is the feature manager section. I can go down to the feature manager section and I could add a new feature. That would be the thing I'd want to toggle on and off. In this case, I would add the name, my new feature, right? And I could put a description on there if I want. Labels gets a little bit more complicated. We'll leave that off. We could say, this is something new. Doesn't matter what we want to put in there. And I'll add it. Now we can see that I already have the one in here, new display message. That's the one we're going to use. And you can see I can come right into here and I can toggle it on and off. For now, we're going to leave it off. The other thing I want to do is go to the access keys area. In the access key area, I can see that I have some keys, I have an endpoint configured here, and I have a connection string. I'm going to go down and take this connection string and copy it to my clipboard. Now, to access Azure, you need to have a connection string. So the connection string is the value I just collected from the other thing. And it would go in my app settings file under connection strings and the one named app config. And I would just put it in here. Now it's a secret. I'm not going to show you what it looks like right now. For my application to get its configuration from Azure, we'll need to add another NuGet package. In this case, it's Microsoft.Azure app configuration.asp.NET Core. With that package installed, I'm back in my startup class. I'll go down to the configure section and add in app.use Azure app configuration. The only other thing we need to do to make this all work is to configure my ASP.NET Core application to look up into Azure to get its configuration. And so what I'll do is I'll replace this section where I create my host builder with some more detailed section. And basically what it's saying is right here, add Azure app configuration and connect with that connection string that we put in earlier. With that set, I'll run my application again. Since the feature toggle was turned off in Azure, we're back to seeing the old message again. Let's go switch it back and turn it on again. I just jump back to the Azure portal and go back to new display message and turn it on. Now I'll refresh my application. One thing to keep in mind is there's a 30-second cache of these toggles. So the easiest way to do that, to fix that, is to just restart the app and start it again to show it. And here it is. This is the new message. It's as simple as that. Hi, I'm Andy Schwamm. I hope you like this video. If you do, please check out the other videos like this on my YouTube channel, Schwammy Streams. There'll be more videos coming soon. Also, I hope you'll join me for Schwammy Streams live Wednesdays at noon Eastern Time. That's on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube, where you'll find me live coding and building software. And if you stop by, say hi. It's interactive, and you can make a comment or make a suggestion or ask a question. So I hope to see you soon.